Welcome to the kitchen table where the champions of all budget decks battle it out in the gauntlet for bragging rights and most of all for your viewing pleasure. You can also join in the fun and win some prizes like the secret layer. The only thing you need to do is to predict who the winner will be of the next match and leave it in the comments below.
This will be the finals between the Berserkers and the Living Ant deck. Before we head into the match, let's look at the decks. This powerful, low to the ground Jank Berserkers deck is a tribal deck with a lot of aggressive creatures in it. Lovisa Cold Eyes is the lord in the deck together with the powerful Planeswalker Domri. And of course the deck needs to have a Berserk in it. Living Ant is a combo deck with a lot of cycling creatures in it. You cycle through your deck and get those creatures in your graveyard to then play a powerful spell like Electro Dominance or Finale of Promise to get Living Ant for free into play, getting all the creatures you cycled back onto the battlefield.
Fight!
It's final time, Berserkers versus Living Ant, and let's look at the hands of the Living Ant player. Striped River Winder, there's also a Crumbling Necropolis, very important land that is in the Living Ant deck, and here is the Waker of Waves, the big whale that can be discarded, and we also see a Yahenni's Expertise for the combo with Living Ant. Now let's look at some Berserkers. Let's see what the hand of the Berserkers will be. Here is Bloodbraid Elf. Here is also a Flaxen Intruder. Quite a bit of lands. And a Dragonkin Berserker as well. Let's start with the Berserkers. Forest into Flaxen Intruder. That's the start. And the Living Ant player, she draws another cycling creature. A monstrous Garabit that will be cycled away, and here is already the Living Ant. So with Yahenni's Expertise the combo is online. Campfire Avenger and the attack from the Berserkers back to the Living Ant player, and here is also an Electro Dominance. So this looks quite good for the Living Ant player. Berserkers, they of course are putting the pressure on with the creatures attacking as fast as possible. And the Living Ant player, she will do some cycling. She will cycle a Striped River Winder to get some creatures into the graveyard. Now back to the Berserkers. They draw a Bone Splitter that will be played, that will be equipped and in attack for 6 damage. The Berserkers are angry, they are putting on the pressure, and the Living Ant player, she draws a Bazooka Bog. Now let's see what the play will be. Always a lot of cards in the hand of the Living Ant player. Here is Crumbling Necropolis, giving the 3 colors of mana. And 2 mana is open. And Waker of Waves will be discarded. We will look at the top 2 cards and put 1 card in the graveyard and the other one into the hand of the Living Ant player. Back to the angry Berserkers. They now have 4 mana available, and it's Bloodbraid Elf time. Haste, 3, 2 and Cascade. And we'll Cascade into... Oh, it's a Berserk!
Oh yeah!
And this iconic card of Magic the Gathering will double the power of a creature. And then when that creature is attacking, the player of the creature will sacrifice it. So let's see which creature will be targeted. It's going to be the Flaxen Intruder. So that's 12 damage. And we draw a card from the Campfire Avenger. The Living Ant player is at 1. But now of course the combo is there. 3 mana has been tapped for Electro Dominance with the Living Ant, so it will be 1 damage. But more importantly, those Berserkers, they will hit the graveyard. Now because of the Campfire Avenger, there will be some cards drawn. And then we will reanimate all those creatures that are already in the graveyard. So let's see, from the side of the Berserkers that will be Deflection Intruder, but from the side of the Living End, that's a bunch of big creatures. There's a whale, there's a big serpent, there's a crazy insect and a beast. So now the Living End player can still follow up with a Bazooka Bog, exiling the remaining cards of the Berserker's graveyard. So for a future Living End, those Berserkers will never come back. Now we will go back to the Berserkers to see if they can find a solution. Yes, Bazooka Bog comes into play tapped, that's correct. Heading back now to those poor Berserkers. They still have some cards in hand. And they will play some more Berserkers to try to build up a defense. It's going to be hard to be attacking when there's a wall of big creatures. Here is Dragonkin Berserker. And there is also a Scab Clan Berserker. This one has haste, but it's not going to be hasty against all those big creatures of the Living End player. She draws another land. Let's see how she will play this turn. She plays a Sunken Hollow. 5 mana is available. There's also a Yahanni's Expertise in hand. We're going to see the Yahanni's Expertise being played. All creatures get -3/-3, completely wiping out all the creatures of the Berserker. And here is Egon, God of Death. This is a 6/6 with Death Touch. Oh my god, it's looking bad for those Berserkers. Now they still have some cards in hand, but they're at 16. Now because of the -3/-3, this will not be a lethal attack if the Living End player will choose for a full scale attack. Egon, God of Death, is still on defense, of course. Because of the Summoning Sickness, here is an attack with all 4 remaining creatures. And that will be a total of, let's see, it's going to be 10 damage. And now back to the Berserkers. They draw a Angrat's Rampage. But these Berserkers are sneaky. They have a plan. Here is a Lightning Berserker played with Dash, so it gains haste. And there's a second creature with Dash called the Treetop Ambusher. 2 hasty Berserkers will smash face. The Ambusher will take an axe with him to deal the final blow. Only Egon can block one of the 2 creatures. Berserkers for the upset.
KO.
So this was it. This is the last episode of our first season of casual MTG decks. Our 6th gauntlet has come to an end. We'll have some winners very soon. You'll have to check out the community tab on my channel. For that, I will announce the winners of the brand booster of the secret lair very soon. But I can already announce the winner of the seasonal leaderboard, the winner of the exclusive video and the exclusive deck that I will send to you. Madness over matter. You were the best to look into your crystal ball and to predict all the matches. You had the most points in our leaderboard, but also thanks to everyone who joined, who watched and who voted. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun, even though it was a lot of work to do those matches for you guys. And stick around at my channel. I will announce what will be next. Will there be a second season? Will there be some matches in the summer? Find out soon. Best to subscribe and click that bell notification button. As always, keep it casual and see you soon. Bye!